Fans Perspective, episode 14. Got my boy JD in here. I'm Boogie 45. How you feeling today, my brother?
Everything good, bro. No complaints, man. It was a beautiful day out here, man. How about you?
Yes, it was. It was a beautiful day. It was a little chilly though. You know, the air was kind of nippy.
Come on in.
Hell yeah.
We had that good taste of that little good weather. It was just a little bit of a teaser letting us know what spring and summer finna be like, but it's still cold out here for sure, bro. I was at my son game, bro. I had the nerve to go out there with just my sweats and my t-shirt on.
Mm-mm.
By halftime, I was out there shaking and shivering, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Every day.
Oh yeah. Hmm. All right, so first topic. We're gonna talk about this. That Jim Jones interview was kind of interesting. The Breakfast Club interview,
Mhm.
and it was a few things that he said on that joint, like saying he wanted to box Cameron. You know what I mean? But it was one thing that he said that kind of stuck out, and he said Cam had backdoored him as far as the versus thing goes. When they had the versus show with Dipset versus the Locks,
Mhm.
yeah, he's claiming that Cameron backdoored him. So we're gonna see we're gonna keep a little video of him breaking that down and see your thoughts. See what this one's about. Uh, let me see.
About the backdooring that's going on for the verses. Everybody keep keying, but I wanted the bag.
Everybody got to get at least 6 digits. That's
Fair use.
minimum.
We got the bag, but boy still went backdoor. Like, yo, for me to do the verses, you got to give me part of this business. That had nothing to do with us.
Got everybody their money. I started polying my own shit. Like, I want the door money. I want percentage of.
So just to put the audience up on game, like basically uh when it was time to negotiate the verses, right? Cam negotiated everybody else's deal. He asked everybody what their price was, and he negotiated everybody's deal, right? Then he went and negotiated his own deal.
Mm.
You see what I mean? His own separate deal for StreamYard. I mean, that's StreamYard. Versus, right? So that's just giving you a little insight on what's going on.
The views that's going to go on, and I got all that shit too.
But he say that's me being a businessman. No, that's you being a sucker doing backdoor shit. I ain't no backdoor ass. You heard I stand on 10 toes and I break bread with my period. That's always who I've been. All my we get money together. I'm not one of them type of dudes, bro.
What's up, everybody? This is the world.
All right. So, what's your thoughts on that?
Man, if that shit is true, bro, that is some snake ass shit, bro. Don't be going. You leveraged what you can get for me, or if I'm speaking in Jimmy's case and Jewel's and Freaky, you leverage what you got for us, and then turn around and use that to go ahead and get whatever what you felt that you deserve 100%, and then without us, bro, don't none of this shit shake. 100%. That's some snake ass stuff, bro.
Um, I disagree because Cam been doing that with them his whole career. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, Dipset, like Jewels and Jim was never signed to Cam directly. But what he used to do is he used to shop them deals. So he'd take them to different record labels, and then he'll get paid in between, but he won't actually have them signed directly to him as an artist, because the way he was looking at it is like the label can do more and put up more money for you and take your career to another level financially more than I can. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind, cultivating you guys and going out there and doing music and stuff like that to keep our value up. But once our values at a certain level, now I'm gonna try to shop y'all around so y'all can get individual deals and I get paid in between. You feel me? But you guys like Jim and Jewels, y'all be dealing with the record label. Like they the ones that's y'all gonna be dealing with me, but at the same time, y'all, the record labels was gonna be front of y'all. So y'all gonna have to deal with them as well. You feel me? And Cam will get paid off the whole situation. You feel me? But I don't really think that's backdoor shit though. Like, I mean, you get what you negotiate. So if you say my price is 30,000, right? If somebody asks you a price, what's your price? And you say my price is 30,000. All right, so you agree to do this show for 30,000, right? So I'm gonna get you to 30,000. If Joel's is 40 or 50 or 30 or whatever his price is, I'm gonna get him that price, and I'm gonna get both of you guys y'all price that y'all name. Y'all name the price, right? Now I get y'all to agree to do this show for the price that y'all made for yourself, right? And then I go and negotiate my own deal outside of that. You feel me? But that's my negotiation skills. Just like you could have set your price at, it don't have to be 30. It could be 50, 60, 100. You know what I mean? What's your price is your price. I didn't make the price for you. You made the price for yourself. And in this business, you get what you negotiate. Now, I don't think that Jim or Jewels had the leverage to negotiate a percentage of verses, and all these other things as well as them going on stage. Because if they did, they would have did it already. You feel me? So I don't see how people view I don't see how Jim views that as backdoors behavior. Like I don't get it.
I say it's snake shit. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you could tell what you can see how it was with the product on the floor when they did the verses. They shit was they wasn't click clacked like how the locks was 100%. The way that the locks came was like it was a concert from 1999 or 2000. You know what I mean? The way that the fucking Dipset performed, man, that shit looked like, man, it was just pieces put into the thing. So now to hear, you know what I mean, the way that the maneuver wasn't like, to me, I would think that the locks got paid as a group. 100%, even though it's only three of them, 100%. You know what I mean? Still, these dudes, I would feel like, look, man, we got 500K for all four of y'all to pull up. You know what I mean? 100%. Look, we gonna split this 500K four ways. You know what I mean? 100%. That's how I would think it would be. You know what I mean? I wouldn't think it would be, oh, let the promoters of the motherfucker that's Timbo and Swiss, because bruh said he got beats and all types of shit. I didn't think it was like that Timbo and Swiss just hollered at Cam like, look, bruh, go get your peoples, give them this. And you know what I mean? I didn't know it was like that. But Cam, if that's his peoples, it should have been like Jimmy said, man, I break bread with my peoples, you know what I mean? But you could tell that the friction was already there because of this story coming out and everything else. Because we talked about, we've been talking about Cam and Jimmy getting into it. So it just shows that the unity in the Dipset shit has been broken, bro. 100% over Chalupa.
I'm not, but see, what I'm not understanding is like, where did Cam go wrong at when it came to the split? Because Jim is the one that went and chose that side with Fifth and all that when it came to Cam and Fifth having an issue. You know what I'm saying? So if you had an issue with Cam, why not? What would make that issue? Because obviously it wasn't that serious because you were still rocking with Cam. You know what I'm saying? So what would make you go and choose who can to go run with, who can have bumping heads with at that time if y'all supposed to be moving like a crew?
Right. I remember that. We talked about that. Yeah, for sure. But then see, that's the
But
thing.
Jim made hella bread with Dipset. So I mean, and he was never officially signed to Dipset. He might have did it. He might have said, okay, yeah, we're gonna do this album on the Diplomat Records, but your distribution gonna be from such and such. You know what I'm saying? You know, but because Cam shopped them so he can get them, you know, the distribution and all that, right? But which is pretty smart. You know what I mean? You have artists and you might not have the budget to distribute their stuff because you like, yo, if I put up a budget, you know, our joints ain't gonna have that professional push like how I would have if I'm working with a label's budget. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah, you'll sign the Diplomat Records or whatever, or you'll do a joint venture. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, with Diplomat and Def Jam or Diplomat and Koch, or you know what I mean? So my thing is, like I said, I don't think Jim understood the record business. You know what I mean? Because we always see this stuff happens, and so sometimes it's on the record label owner, sometimes it's on the artist, but in a lot of cases, I see like the artists don't really understand the business, and that's how a lot of this friction comes. You know what I'm saying? They grow, they get close to the person that they signed to, or up or up under, right? And then they don't understand the record business. So when things get to happening, you know, they think it's somebody being grimy or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I don't really think this backdoor behavior, because I'm just like, all right, well, I negotiated my own deal. You told me your price. I negotiated my own deal. You know what I mean? What's stopping what's stopping Jim Jones and Jewels from going to Timberland and negotiating their own separate deal from Cameron? Because at that moment, right, they wasn't signed to Cam,
Right.
right? So what's stopping them from dealing with Timberland directly and Swizz directly and saying, okay, this is my price, or this is what I want to negotiate? You tell Cam like, okay, well, I want to negotiate my own deal with them. But if you don't have a relationship with them, how can you do that?
Well,
They might be only willing to deal with Jim and Jewels through Cam.
yeah. I mean,
You see?
everybody, them dudes in that industry, everybody know how to get a hold of everybody. You know what I mean? Somebody knows somebody that can get the number. You know what I mean? To be like, look, bro, this is what it's gonna take to get you there, right? And that's my thing. If it's a if you're gonna try and bring us all together, then why are we getting it individually? You know what I mean? If we and see, that's why I keep saying like that showed, and that was during COVID time. You know what I mean? That's 4 years ago. So that and that beef ain't just been just brewing. That shit has been full-fledged beef between them dudes, because I mean, just the product that we got during the verses was complete boo-boo, bro. And
Mhm.
and the bag is what brought everybody together. You know what I mean? And so for my thing is like, I don't understand how Cam got to speak for the other three. How did that even happen? You know what I mean? Like, for sure, like, is we getting booked as a group, or if we getting booked as an individual? Because if we getting booked as an individual, I need what Bruh getting 100%. I need some of that. You know what I mean? You got to.
I think the person who is dishing out the money for the event, I think they set the terms. They choose who they want to deal with. Yeah, I'm willing to take do the Dipset versus the live situation, but I'm only willing to deal with Cam when it comes to negotiations. I'm not dealing with Jim. I'm not dealing with Jewels.
Yeah. I mean, that could be a possibility, 100%. And if that's what happened, then Brian ain't got nothing to cry about. Because, like you said, he had a set fee. He named his number. He named his number. Whatever, if it was 30K or 300K, bro, you named your number, and that was what it was. So you can't be mad at bro if he just was thinking outside of the box and looking forward to the views, getting free beats, getting ownership into verses or whatever it was, the platform that streamed the shit like that. You know what I mean? Bro was thinking that, and it's showing on, how booming this platform is. The way that the way that he moved and reinvented himself 100%.
Cam been had relations with a lot of people in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Not just, because he was, even before Rockefeller, he was negotiating his own deals. I mean, he went through, ups and downs in the music business before Rockefeller. So I mean, he built a lot of relationships, and he nurtured a lot of relationships. Like, my thing is this, right? When like, I feel like my question is, like, when is Jim going to realize, like, yo, the whole situation with Dipset changed when you and Jewels decided to jump on that stage with Fifth. Cam backed off for some years, and y'all career felt the effects of that because y'all didn't have that push that y'all had when y'all was with Cam. Cam was the one putting out all the projects, or signing off on things. You know what I'm saying? He was the one. He was like the glue keeping the Dipset, Bird Gang, everything that came from that camp. Cam was the spearhead of that.
Right.
Once Cam backed off the situation because of the whole 50 shit or whatever, like, y'all careers went left. Jewels just stopped rapping, and Jim, his like, he was still making music, but his whole stuff fell apart eventually. You know what I mean? So that shows the power that Cam had when he was backing these dudes. You see what I'm saying? So now, we link up years later. Yeah, the chemistry might not be there, and that's obvious because you see it in the show. But Cam asked them their price, and I negotiated my own deal. Now people say, okay, we supposed to be getting this money together, but that bond been broke. So I'm not gonna treat this like it was before. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna treat this like that. I'm gonna get my own deal. Y'all tell me y'all price. I get y'all whatever money y'all looking for in the situation. That's what y'all gonna get.
And that's why we got the product that we got, and that's why the locks dogged them, because the locks are still rallies.
Yeah,
100%.
but I also think that it it makes Jim feel a certain type of way that Cam still got that juice. People could call it what they want, but fam, you jumped on the side with who Cam was beefing with at that time. Like, you got to know that was going to cause a strain in the whole situation, because Cam did a lot for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So the one thing he asked me, okay, we got our ups and downs, but the loyalty shouldn't change, and it did. And when they asked Jim why he did that, he said he had to do what he had to do for himself, because I guess in that situation with Koch, Cam had his own deal worked out with Koch, right? And Jim and Jewels had their own situation. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, Cam is, see, this is the thing about Cam, right? Cam is always, the way he look at it, like, yo, I'm always going to negotiate my own deal. You know what I mean? But I can't negotiate for y'all. Y'all got to negotiate your own deal. You know what I'm saying? And if it's like, if somebody puts you on, right? And the person that put you on, he got the connections to the plugs. He got the relationship with the plugs. The plugs only want to deal with him, right? Are you going, how can you feel like, if he got you a situation using his plugs and you got paid, right? how can you feel like he has to go now and negotiate and link you with the like it's not that's not gonna happen, bro. That don't happen in no performing business. They're
Yeah,
not taking you to the plug.
yeah,
You
100%.
got to build your own relationship with the plug, if anything, but they're not taking you to the plug.
Yeah, you definitely have to ask permission, 100%, and the plug is 9 times out of 10 is definitely gonna say no.
He ain't gonna want to deal with you because that's his choice. If you think if they wanted to deal with Jim and Jewels without Cam, you don't think they would reach around him and deal with them?
Well, see, my thing is with that is like where they presented the opportunity to deal with the people that was putting on the show or the promoters or whatnot. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying were they booked as a group. And you know what I mean? I don't know. And he did the snake shit. I'm not saying backdoor shit. Was they booked as a group? But also, bruh, part of the deal was like, you know what I mean? He got this in his shit, or was it like, look, tell me what you need to make this shit happen. Do you need 50? Do you need 100? What the fuck do you need to pull up and come in, do the verses? You know what I mean? And if they set a set number, then they don't got no action, or it ain't they, it's just Brett that's talking about it. We need to hear Jewel's side of the joint. Freaky, we need to hear his side of the joint. You know what I mean? Because Jimmy is the only one that's saying it, and it's my first time saying it. So if they wasn't presented the opportunity to negotiate, they deal, then okay, then it's some snake shit. But if it was like, oh, bro, what you need? You need 50K, 100K? Oh, I got that for you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you that right now, nigga. Just make sure you there on time, 100%. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's some businessman ass shit, and I understand it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's your fault for not really thinking about the future instead of the now. You know what I mean? 100%. That's just like,
In business, you got to have leverage. And I don't think that they had that type of leverage to deal with Swizz and them directly without Cam. I just don't think they had that type of leverage.
I mean the name itself, the Dipset name is the leverage because that's what the people wanted to see. You know what I mean? So
But
uh,
Cam owned Dipset. So when it come down to it, Swizz is gonna holler at Cam before he holler at them.
yeah, and I feel that, right. So what I'm saying, right, without Jimmy and Jewels and Freaky pulling up, it ain't no Dipset. You can own it all you want. So what I'm saying is like, did Cam, was it a set, like you said, was it a set fee? Did Cam offer him a set fee, or was it like, look, bro, we finna get 750,000 for all four of us pulling up. We gonna bust this down. You know what I mean? Is that how it was presented to everybody? And he was like, no, he did some. He told Timberland and them, look, okay, they said 750,000, but I want to go ahead and add this on. And you know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. So I just want to hear that, hear from somebody else on how it happened too, though.
All right, so we're gonna I'm gonna peek this drink right here, and I think this one will give us a little insight.
Uh-oh.
Hold up. Yeah, we're gonna see what's we're gonna get it shaking with this and see what's happening. Oh, FYI, they ain't never gonna be no verses with Dipset again. I don't I don't think that's happening. You could kill that noise. Now this Cam side, everybody heard Jim and his story. It's Cam side now, you know what I mean? So you gotta show both sides. All right, so that's pretty much, Cam take on that whole like I don't know. I just feel like if now okay, so now that's like was telling you before, Swizz had the relationship with Cam. Swizz and Tim like, yo, we gonna deal with Cam, right? Bosses deal with bosses. You know what I mean? In business, you know what I'm saying? And I think that even when you look at like Jay, right? A lot of cats wasn't respecting Jay's handle as a boss until they wasn't around no more. You feel me? Or until they seen him make crazy moves and they think that's just by chance. No, it ain't. You feel me? So if Kim is the one with the relationship with them, right? And he could get you a bag, right? You talking about Swizz, that's some bullshit. And but I don't know you. I know Cam. I don't know you for being good with business. When you look at all of Jim's dealings when it comes to business, right? It's been a lot of bad business on his side when it comes to the people that was up under him, right? When you look at Max, you look at Stack wasn't making no money with Jim like that. You know what I'm saying? Stack, Max, Jaja, the whole Bird gang, ain't really none of them got careers going on out, after that situation. And when you look at Jim's situation and Joel, Cam made them rich, regardless of whatever y'all say. Cam made them rich at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That first $1 million, that millions of dollars they touched was through Cam. You know what I mean? Now I guess Son feel like he bigger than the program, and it's like, all right, but you got to have your own relationships with those people. Because if you had your own relationship with Swizz, you would have negotiated your own deal. You feel me? So if you can't blame Cam because you don't have a relationship with Swizz, and Cam does. I think Jim just feels some kind of way because it's probably how it always been. But Cam is Cam. He a boss for a reason. When Jim came in the game, he came in the game behind Cam. He didn't come in the game as his own artist.
Right. No, for sure. And my thing is he elevated though, like that, since the beef been popping off, since everybody got since Cam and Mace got their platform, and the story comes out about Mace teaching bruh how to rap. You know what I mean? And so, I understand that, but like I said it plenty times on the podcast, on multiple platforms. Jim Jones is one of my guys. I fuck with his music, and one of his albums is it might be in like my top 20. It's the fucking the Diary of the Summer or whatever the name of that shit is called. 100%. That's like one of my favorite albums there is. And Cameron ain't nowhere to be found on that motherfucker, bro. 100%, bro. You know what I mean? So he has made his name as an artist, you know what I mean, doing his own thing. And, he has got that stamp from bruh, being tied to bruh, coming into the game with bruh, you know what I mean? But just on the rebuttal thing that we just seen, it stamped it for me right there. The nigga said it out his own mouth. It was about the bag. So the nigga had a set feet. You ain't got nothing to talk about. He said it. He said it right then and there. You know what I mean?
But Cam said he didn't care if he did it for free.
Right. So be happy that you got what you got.
All right. I negotiated the deal. You set your price. Even though you said you'd do it for free, I said I'm gonna get you a bag anyway.
On my mama. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. On my mama. But see, that's the thing though. So it was all about the dough. You know what I mean? If it wasn't about the dough, like the Locks, so maybe the Locks might have got presented that same motherfucking deal that Cam got, but all of them got it together because they moved together as a unit. These dudes is moving individual, thinking that they just can come back and form like Voltron and everything gonna be copacetic. And you just said that not too long ago. My bad.
Like I said, like at the end of the day, if Jim had the relationship with Swizz and Timberland, then he would have went and negotiated his own deal because he knew who was running the verses. If the public knew, you definitely know. Let's keep it a buck. You definitely know. The public know that's by Swizz and Son. You definitely know that.
I got a question.
What's up?
Do you think that it could have been like, Cam presented it like, oh man, we finna get back together. Look, bro, they finna offer us, woo, just trying to just hype shit up. Let's get back together. You know what I mean? All of us need to, pop out, pull up. You know what I mean? Because
Cam did say he had a tour set up for a Dipset tour set up for them.
for both of the groups on everything.
All right, so the Dipset and the Locks tour, y'all go around the whole world. Let's get this bag in a major way. Right. Because we gotta try to get what we can get off this brand before shit fizzle out, bro.
Candle die.
You know what I'm saying? So why not just sting them for as much as we can? Like we started off with the verses, and then we take that, turn it into a tour the whole damn country, probably the whole damn world. And then we could all sit up like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like fat rats, you feel me? Like, but you know, you not respecting Cam as the leader in the situation. How can he make any of that happen?
Oh, you think bruh pride got a side of him?
Yes. You know what I mean? But it's like for Cam to have a tour set up to where after the verses, y'all gonna make this, we gonna make this bag around the world one time and sting them real fast. You feel what I'm saying? You know,
money is the real money.
Look, that means that Cam wasn't holding no grudges. That's what that means. Cam wasn't holding no grudges. You the only one holding the grudge. Because Jewels ain't talking like that on his interviews.
I ain't heard Joel say nothing about this, bro.
Nah, he was talking about it. He getting I don't know if it was it Say Cheese or Art? Might have been one of them. Might have been Say Cheese or Art, but he's doing
on Art.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Jewels ain't so it's like, you know, what's the problem? Your issue with Cam is personal. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it is what it is. Is like some of the hottest shit on the internet right now. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
But that's off of Cam hustle though. Like
100%.
Jim is still trying to do the rap thing. A lot of cats around Jim age, they done moved on.
Right.
You feel me? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like it's some hate up in there. You know what I mean? You know, and I feel like if you don't have those relationships, you're not gonna have. You're not gonna be. You have to have your own negotiating power. You can't get mad because Cam negotiated a better deal for himself. You know what I mean? In the situation, I'm sorry. That's just business, bro. You know what I mean? If you had a relationship with them, then you could have just hollered at them straight up. But obviously that wasn't the case. They ain't want to holler at you straight up. They hollered at Cam. They was willing to give Cam the money and have him deal with y'all. Same thing goes on the streets, same way. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Like, you know, they ain't talking about a boxing match for 10 million. Man, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Like, you feel me? Like,
that's because the part of his shit is, you know, he's a workout warrior. He be in that motherfucker. He be on the light poles and, you know what I mean, doing the
I get it.
If you go stop it, bro.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? But Cam is not wasting any time with that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I think that there was still a room for them to do a tour, but now that's a wrap, yo. That's not happening no more. You might as well just let that go. You know. Well, anything going on in this one?
Jimmy said it himself. It was about the dough, bro. You had a set fee, bro. That's all it was, man.
Hey. Wow. All right, so next topic, like we got Black Sam and Rockstar 2800 get into it, right? We shut up on game real fast.
Yes, sir. I'm in LA and Nipsey Hussle's brother, and he opened up a new just to make sure that you ain't work. Beat that shit all out the framework. You ain't just saying my name, no. Figured you know how this game go.
No, that ain't what you want, nigga. That ain't because I've been giving, I've been watching, nigga. That ain't what you want. That ain't what you want. No, get on that. Yes, that's what all my niggas are. No, listen, bro. Don't come with it. Like the act. When the niggas like to come around, the niggas talking about bro, get cracked. No, we can't have it. Yeah, we go. You coming right here, nigga. Look, I'm about bro. Nigga got show me though, nigga. I don't know. Demonstration. You talking to small niggas disrespectful, bro. Did you get cracked? Did you get cracked? Did you get cracked? My niggas get cracked. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, don't get all cool.
Now, just just to bring it back up to speed, like Rockstar 2800 came to the opening. They was having an opening of the Marathon Burger, right? And Rockstar 2800 had pulled up, I guess in support of the business open, the grand opening. But Rockstar 2800 was on Clubhouse with Wack. He did a lot of content with Wack, and Wack didn't have kind words for Nip. So, Black Sam gotta win all that, and he feels some kind of way. It's like, yo, you gotta stay over there. You got some nerve trying to pull up over here when you over there, doing content with a dude that's slandering my dead brother. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm just giving a little context to it. Let me just finish the joint off.
100%.
Rockstar. What's the issue? I don't know.
Let's clear it out. This is a family affair. It ain't supporting me. Get cracking for both, nigga. That's what it's about, nigga.
I know. All right, so we're going to holler. Let's just get to that. Let's get to that, bro. Bro, we all tripping on that, bro. We don't come with it. I know that, bro. We tripping on that, bro.
Listen, bro. Listen. If the nigga ain't demonstrating for hustle, this is what I'm telling you. Don't come over here. Don't come over here trying to think. Guess what? Go do something and come back. Don't get cracking and come back. That's what I said, bro.
All that internet shit does on
Listen, we're not being trying to holler at you, bro. It ain't hollering at me. A nigga disrespect, bro. You do what you supposed to.
Who disrespect bro to me? Don't nobody disrespect bro.
Any nigga that disrespect, bro, when you in that prison, you better smack.
In their prison, ain't nobody disrespected, bro, in my prison.
I'm talking on the internet. When you see it,
that internet shit is weak, bro.
when you see it, get
know
cracked.
where my heart is.
When you see it, get cracked. I can't tell.
You know what's happening.
I can't tell, nigga.
You know what's happening.
I can't tell.
You're not having a black Sam.
I can't tell.
You're not having a black Sam.
You ain't with us, dog. You ain't with us.
You're never having a black Sam. Come on. You say you gotta go, bro. You got to. Come on.
Now, that's pretty much it right there. Like, now we see him. Like I said, he made a lot of content with Wack Hunted. So and it's crazy because people think people say, "Oh man, 50 tripping this, that, and the third," but Black Sam on the same type of timing though. If you cool with cats that I'm not cool with, you can't come around me, man. What's your thoughts on that, man?
Man, at the beginning, Black Sam said, "I be watching." He told him, I said, I be watching 100%. So that's why, like you just said, all the content that bruh been running with, bruh, 100%, all this, man, we ain't got to talk about what supposedly, Wack got in the cold thing is like, though, right, to go on another level. Like when Wack supposedly had got what he supposedly got, he was running with Big U then, and now him and Big U ain't cool, and Wack is, he at the forefront of this push of having this type of, you know, whatever he got, and you don't even hear you saying, oh, stamping it, oh, he got this, and this shit crazy, bro, 100%. So my thing is that even though that Nip and Rockstar is on wax, that they had a personal relationship when Nip was alive, 100%. If you allowing somebody to come into your platform and disrespect, bruh, whether it's on the internet or whether it's in face, you know what I mean, bruh, it's still happy. You're still allowing it to happen without, you know what I mean, if this is your people's.
Yep. You know what I mean? Like I said, everybody looking at 50 as a bad guy for doing what he doing, when it comes to, Big Meech and Little Meech and all that. But my thing is, I think most real dudes, most stand-up cats stand on the same principles. You know what I mean? You can't stand next to a dude that's dissing my dead brother, but then you coming over here trying like you come to support the Marathon Burger, the new business venture. The whole brand is because of my brother. You know what I'm saying? So you playing both sides. And matter of fact, I'm gonna show you what because it's funny. He went back on there. He went back on Clubhouse to holler at Wack.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So let me see something.
It's facts.
Look, right here. Let's see some. Shout fair use. Shout out to 9mag TV.
Our 2800.
Yo, check this out, Rockstar. Hey, listen, homie. Some things you bring on yourself. Stop mentioning my name. When you got up there and start calling me, wanted to tell me people you seen up there, I told you what you calling me about, bro. That wasn't my business. I done already had a Marathon Burger, bro. I done supported Marathon Burgers a month ago, whether they knew it or not, or whoever liked it or not. But you're like, stop mentioning my name, homie. Black Sam ain't said my name one time. When you hit me, telling me who's dead, you see this and this, and I think I see the J-Rock and all this weird shit. Stop, bro. Stop mentioning my name, bro. Because dude didn't mention my name.
Be sure to like.
So that's one, but there was another one I was looking at right quick.
Where they was on Clubhouse?
Yeah. Let me see something. Yeah, so let me see.
You supposed to been over there with that. The burger spot should be shut down. Your
people, including
God on my mama, you, the little girl, the Flacco. I never saw it, right? And so now I'm like, damn, Rock. About Rock.
Look. I'm in the middle. Hold on. I'm telling you.
What you mean?
I was trying to build up white man. I'm over here doing something at the homies,
You supposed to been over there with that. The burger spot should be shut down. Your burger spot should be shut down, Rockstar. That's a fact. You was in your hood today. You went live. Said how many of you YouTube could go to your hood like this?
Look, check this out.
See, you can't see. Nah, I come over here and I take my fake narrative battery.
You got it, right? You got it.
No video.
Rockstar,
you did say you stood on business, so you was there. Who stood on business? You was there. Who said that? Shaniqua, hey, listen, they stood on no business. That should be the DP right now.
Right.
You should have took off or left double back if you felt the eyes was like that. But you out your mind. That person you broke. I didn't see the other all in your.
Now, yo, in defense of Rockstar, yo, he would have took off. They would have beat him half to death over there if he would have took off on Black Sam.
Anybody Anybody in their crew, they would stomp.
They would have stomped his lights out for that. Like, you know what I mean? Now, what I would say though, like, I don't think that even though Black Stan was angry, I don't think that Black Sam should have. I don't think they should allow Black Stan to get so close to the homeboy. Like, let the other niggas run him about it. You just tell me because you got to think of how Nip died. You know what I mean? Kind of behind the same type of scenario. You feel me? Somebody came around that wasn't welcome, and then shit went left. You know what I'm saying? So
It miss facts because like I said, they said that Rockstar got a personal relationship with Nip. You know what I mean? And that's why Sam was on bruh like that. Why are you allowing this to happen? 100%. That's
I
why
mean, it's not even like because Rockstar don't have no control of what Wack don't say, but you associating with homeboys knowing that he's saying what he's saying.
right.
That's the problem. You have a somewhat of a relationship with Wack, but he's slandering with my bro. You feel me? So now I don't know. Now these days, back in the days before they had social media, people could say stuff, but there was really like very rarely was they footage behind it, right? But now in this era, like you see stuff play out in front of you in plain sight. You know what I'm saying? And people will sit there and still try to question something that played out right in front of their face. You know what I mean? That's the crazy, like that. That's the crazy shit now these days. Like we seen Southwest T take a picture with Preem's son. We seen Meech, go holler at Ross. We seen that 50 did what he did but people still look at, and we seen that with some bullshit, and people will still look at him and say, "Oh man, no, he's wrong." Like what? You didn't just see that whole movie right there,
Right.
like you know what I'm saying? Like it's wild. Like now we see the whole thing with Black Sam or whatever and Homeboy. And we see Homeboy clearly playing both sides. You jump right on Clubhouse or whatever after that situation. And now you selling the tape of the altercation.
What?
Yes.
Cloud
He was on Clubhouse again. That's what he's doing. He's selling the tape of the altercation. So what kind of dude is you though, man?
Yeah, that's a cloud move right there, bro. 100%. They had Wack during that Clubhouse little shit. Wack said he had a fake TMC hat on. That shit had me crying. They said he had a whole TMC outfit on with the Pumas. Bruh came to support the movement.
Now these days, like all you gotta do is just keep your eyes open because stuff will play out right in front of your face now. You ain't gotta search for it. You know what I'm saying? It'll play out right in front of your face, and people will still act like I ain't see that. What you seen? Like what? But it is what it is, man. Any thoughts going out on that right there?
Yeah, it was just a sad situation for the opening. I mean, the real opening of the grand opening for it. You know what I mean? I didn't like that shit. I'm glad it didn't nothing happen out of it. It could have got ugly if it really wanted to. You know what I mean? Especially for a celebration day. 100% because the marathon does continue 100%. It just showed with the opening of the thing, man. I just hope that them brothers can get that situation right, and if it ain't gonna have to get right, just just leave it alone and keep it pushing 100% because it ain't nothing but some words. You know what I mean? Fuck what they talking about. Sam is continuing to push his movement. Rockstar, he's on this content movement, so keep it pushing. When you just told me that bruh selling the footage, that lets me know right there. It's all about the content.
Yeah, and I think also Sam seen like when his brother got killed. I think a lot of things got revealed to him. You know what I mean? A lot of people that was phony. A lot of snakes. That interview he did. I think it was last year. I don't think that he spoke on every single thing, as you should. You know what I mean? You keep the core of that stuff to yourself. But I think he's seen a lot of BS, and you could tell by who he keep around now. He only keep Nip closest homies around. Yeah. Cowboy dude, he don't keep around. A lot of Big U and all. He don't keep nobody around besides the few dudes that Nip was dealing with. Nip was breaking bread with. Everybody else, nah. You know what I mean? So, son definitely know what he's doing. He definitely keeping his brother's name alive. But I definitely think that he should be a lot, even though there was a lot of his homies out there and stuff like that. You got to be careful of stuff like that, confronting dudes. Not to say you shouldn't speak your mind, you feel me? Because he felt how he felt. It was some BS. But you still have to be careful being out there in the open. You know what I mean? Because I remember somebody had left a comment when I first seen it, the footage, and they said, man, somebody can get up in there and get off some shots, and with all the confusion going on. You know what I'm saying? So you still got to be careful of bringing that type of crowd around. You know what I mean? Make sure things is like all the way organized to where if I don't want somebody there, they're not even going to get close to talk to me.
Right.
Somebody from the front is escorting them out of there off rip. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, moving along. Just a little quick view on this right here. This had happened earlier today. And my little bro had knew some people that knew homeboy. I don't really know who he is as a rapper, but rest in peace to him. You know what I'm saying? But it was all over social media, so I'm just gonna cover it real fast.
Forest Hill, where police are investigating after 2 people were shot and killed near a car wash. It happened on Forest Hill Drive, just north of I-20. Police received multiple calls about the gunfire there. Family members of the victims tell us the 2 who were killed were a man and his 5-year-old daughter. The father is a well-known Fort Worth rap artist, Get Money Lil Ronnie. A large crowd of family and friends and fans gathering at that shooting scene as news of the deaths circulated on social media. Police are still working now to try to figure out a motive for this shooting. We've got a crew out there at the scene. We're going to have reaction from witnesses coming up in just a little.
Yeah. So a rapper and his daughter was killed at a car wash. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I know who Lil Bruh is. Rest in peace to him and his daughter, man. 100%.
Rest in peace.
That shit is completely foul. 100%. He's part of Go Yayo's little crew. You know what I mean?
Okay.
On my mama, that's how I know Lil Bruh. Bruh do his thing. You know what I mean? So they definitely, it wasn't no random, well, I ain't gonna say that, but in broad daylight at the car wash, you know what I mean? It was.
Yeah, I mean, but see, when you got beef, man, like real beef, you can't be riding with no family members, man, because they could catch it. Just that dude might not even be aiming for them, but just the fact that they with you, they could catch you straight. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad, man, for real.
Real sad, bro. 100%.
Well, rest in peace to let me make sure I get his name right, man.
Lil Ronnie.
Lil Ronnie. Rest in peace to Lil Ronnie and his daughter. And it's crazy, man. I think the hardest thing being a rapper is the first come up. Because you known, but you ain't got money yet. So if you still got beef, if you still, still moving around the hood, like, you make yourself a target, and then it could get ugly. You know what I mean? If you ain't moving correctly, it could definitely get ugly. But yeah. So rest in peace to Lil Ronnie and his daughter. You know what I mean?
That one is you know what I mean? you know, when kids get to come in and play, bro, you know, it's definitely a different story, man. 100%. You know,
Yeah. I mean, they're saying like back in the days, man, dudes ain't really caring. Like, that's on the individual now. It used to be like a code where, no women, no kids, but I don't guess that exists too much no more. But moving along on a lighter note, uh, you have the Caroline fires. You have fires going on in South Carolina now. So
I ain't seen this one.
yeah,
This game, Joe. Any
roll this back
feelings
real
around how to play
fast.
this game with Atlanta and Carolina?
I really like Carolina, and this is just more that I believe more in Carolina with their backups in terms of the defense than I do in terms of Raheem Morris and that gut.
Oh, he's bugging. Let me go back to that fire. Go on these sites. They'll go and start talking about
Betting and shit.
yeah, like come on. All right. So lighter winds help crews in South Carolina and North Carolina battle wildfires as forecasters warn that elevated fire danger will continue to dry conditions. The combination of dry fuels, limited rainfall, and very low humidity led to an elevated risk of adverse fire behavior here today. Officials at the U.S. Forest National Forest in North Carolina cautioned in a post on Facebook. The warning comes from the National Weather Service's Wilmington office and advised drivers to be careful on roads with smoke-filled skies, resulting in slow and difficult traffic in the Myrtle Beach area. So the smoke has affected schools in the state, forcing some athletic practices indoors. Fires are continuing to battle blazes that continue to battle blazes that began tearing through North and South Carolina all over the weekend, including an enormous fire near Myrtle Beach that doubled in size over the weekend. More than 175 blazes were recorded in South Carolina over the weekend, covering 70 square kilometers. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster declared a state of emergency to further support wildfire response efforts across the state and ensure first responders to continue to have the resources they need. So what you think about that, man?
So right before you exited out, it was saying something about the conditions. So like out here, fires, you know, when it's like, you know, because technically we be in drought season for a long time, you know what I mean? And so when the vegetation and the fucking like the grass and all that shit, if it's not raining and all that, that shit get dry, right? So when the winds come through and something do spark, that's what take that shit and make that shit spread super fast. You know what I mean? 100%. So you know what I mean, that I'm wondering what the weather is like, what the weather has been like out there recently, because you know if they had rain and shit like that to where you know it's been soaking and the ground got some saturation to it and whatnot, hopefully it don't spread as fast as like how it does out here. You know, I'm not too familiar with the area out there, you know what I mean? But if you don't keep that shit tamed, you know what I mean? Like the you know, if you don't, because like out here by the 4th of July, all our open areas when it's when the grass get hella high, when before the 4th of July come, you got to knock all that shit down in residential areas and just in surrounding areas, because that's when the fireworks get to popping. That also start house fires and you know field fires, and that shit is spread fast in the motherfucker too. So it's mandated that all that shit got to be cut down here in my city, 100%, because that shit it is spread.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, wildfires ain't nothing new, right? But I feel like it's been a lot of wildfires that you start with this, stuff in California, and then you turn around and South Carolina, Jersey even has some wildfires, lately, like in the last couple of days. I just feel like, in some of these places, right, they don't really pay firefighters a lot of money. Firefighters get paid a lot of money in like big cities. You know what I mean? And even if you don't have as much, like, I feel like you have to have a strong fire department when it comes to these type of places with funding and everything. You know what I mean? Because if you there's places where firefighters get tax write-offs, but they're like volunteer firefighters. I would say volunteer firefighters will get tax write-offs, and you know, the firefighters for that area, they don't get paid a whole lot unless they're really up there in rank. So I feel like we need our firefighters. We don't just have building fires, we have wildfires, we have all kinds of stuff. We need a strong fire department. You know what I mean? And firefighters that actually get paid. You know what I'm saying? But it's unfortunate, man. I hope they bounce back from that whole situation. You know what I mean? For
Well, they
real.
said that the shit out here, that there was budget cuts to the departments. Well,
Mhm.
I ain't in Southern California. I'm in Northern California, but for the shit that just happened recently happened in Southern California, they said that budget cuts was part of the reason why the response time and certain areas was only getting tended to, then certain areas, what I mean, water shortage. Like I said, something about the drought. What I mean, they said that the fire hydrants didn't have no water in them. To go ahead and connect to go ahead and start fighting and shit. You know what I mean? So it's all types of variables that go into this shit. But yeah, I'm a local government employee my damn self, and
Mhm.
I get paid the same day that the firefighters get paid out here, 100%. And my city is in a deficit, 100%. You know what I mean? Last physical year we was in a deficit. I'm pretty sure going into this year, because I can't, I'm on the PUP list and I ain't been in the loop of what's going on at work, but I know that we in a deficit. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
from the beginning of when 2020 came to where we at now, and that's what it is around America, 100%. So it's
Mhm.
fucked up, like how you said about not having enough firefighters, and not only enough firefighters though. You know what I mean? The equipment for that they need. You know what I mean? Allowing them to have the overtime, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
All types of shit, the training, man, come on now. 100%.
Yeah. Control burns, which they don't do over here, but control burns, they cut down the likelihoods of these wildfires, the frequency of them happening.
Well, you
And
see it up and down I-5. So you've been on I-5 before. So in the summertime, you'll see a big old patch of nothing but a field, and you'll see it be burned. That's a controlled burn because they don't want that shit to spread. 100%. You see it
yeah,
all the time up and down I-5.
yeah. But they're not doing as much as the control burns they need to be doing, because it varies state by state. You know what I'm saying? So some states do it, some states don't do it. You know what I mean? But you know, I think that there needs to be like a strong fire department that actually gets paid. You know what I mean? Like good money, so they could do what they do. You know what I mean? Because I noticed like in the smaller cities and the smaller towns, they don't really get paid that much. But you have a wildfire, you expecting everybody to risk their life, and it's like, hold up. You know what I mean? I'm barely scraping by with this salary. Like, you want me to go jump in a wildfire? Like, come on, walking the possible death. Like, you know.
Yeah,
So
but that's why them dudes is something different though. You know what I mean?
yeah, shout outs to them.
100%. They a different breed for sure. You know what I mean? For them to go do what they do, and you know what I mean? I've had a traumatic, shit happen to me, and the fire department and the paramedics came and got me whooping, and you know what I mean. So I understand that what they go through as a whole, and they go through that shit every day, whether it be fighting fires or they got to
Yeah.
go break into somebody's house and save them. You know what I mean? Man, look,
Mhm.
motherfuckers, 100%. We definitely got, just like how we was talking about the teachers the other day,
Yeah,
100% same shit, bro.
definitely. Definitely. All right. So anything going on this one?
Man, hopefully everybody in South Carolina is all right. I don't know if anybody lost their life. I hope they didn't. If they did, rest in peace to them. I'm praying that they didn't. You know what I mean? You know, fuck, man, especially with it being the winter time or just starting to come out of the winter time, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It just fucking sucks, you know what I mean? Because, that type of area, it rains. I don't know if it snows there, you know what I mean? I know it rained for sure, you know what I mean? And we've been having rain and we ain't been, hearing too much about no wildfires. That's because it's fucking raining, you know what I mean? So it's crazy, So
Yeah, definitely. Shout outs to praying for North Carolina, South Carolina, man. I got people down there, you feel me? For real. All right, so this is the last but not least. The SEC declares Bitcoin and Ethereum as non-securities. So on Thursday, June 14th. Wait, this is 2018. Okay, there's something recent on. There's a recent one. They were saying how is it Bitcoin? Yeah, they were saying how basically they were saying the meme coins are not securities. I'm gonna find an article. Let me see something real fast. Real fast. Yeah, so okay. Okay, so yeah, this is a couple days ago. All right.
But cautions on fraud risks. The US SEC has clarified that meme coins are not classified as securities and do not require registration under federal securities laws. The agency warned, however, that fraudulent token offerings could still face legal action from other regulatory bodies. The SEC compared meme coins to collectibles, emphasizing that their sale does not constitute a securities offering. Therefore, these do not require regulatory registration. For more on this story, exclusive insights, and coverage on news that truly matters, visit news.shib.io.
All right, what you take from that?
you got to do your homework on what you investing in.
I mean, Bitcoin only. But I would say okay, I think some people they don't really realize okay, when you dealing with crypto, and it's one thing, you invest in something, you make a couple of dollars, and you can move on from there. But I think when you have to take the same approach to crypto as you take to stocks. Where's the real value in crypto? Like if you'll have a tech company, right, that will have a coin, they would have technology. You say we have this new technology, right? But instead of saying, okay, we have, this, let's say the 49ers tech company, right? And we'll build this up as a company, and then we'll get it to the stock market, and then we'll sell shares of this company so people can invest, right? We'll take this company public. They'll say, oh, we got a coin for sale. Why do I need your coin? As opposed to a share of your company. Because a coin does not mean that I own a share of your company. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing now, is that, you know, you have a lot of people that's just going on their computer and making up coins and putting them out there. And then these coins don't have any real value. And it's like these pump and dump schemes. You know what I'm saying? Then you have companies that are real companies, but instead of selling you a share of the company, they're selling you a coin. Why do I need your coin? Because crypto is not replacing the dollar bill. Digital currency will work alongside real currency, but digital currency is not going to replace real currency. It's just like you have credit cards and you have Apple Pay and all this other stuff, right? But people still want their cash. It's just another way to move the cash around, but people still want that cash. You know what I mean? So, you know, it, to me, I just think it's just a warning to say, like, when you invest in crypto, if you don't do, first of all, a lot of these cryptos don't really have, a lot of this cryptocurrency doesn't really have real value behind it. That's number one. But can you make money? Yes. But it's comparable to gambling. You know what I mean? There's a difference. Now, people say, oh, well, stocks is gambling, right? But I say there's a difference going into a casino, right? And sitting down at a slot machine and feeding the slot machine money, as opposed to you have a team that you've studied their games from past to present. You study certain players, and now you're going to take a calculated risk and make a bet on this team to beat this opposite team, right? So sports betting is more of a calculated risk, because if you study the teams well enough, you can kind of have more leverage on the outcome, right? But when you sit down at a slot machine, you don't really know what's gonna, anything can happen, literally. You don't have no real control over the outcome. What strategy can you play on a stock machine on a slot machine to win money? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I compare like crypto to actual stocks. Because with stocks, you can do research on a company and they have to send you quarterly reports of that company so you can be abreast of what's going on in the company. So you know when to get in or when to get out or when to hold them. You know what I mean? But with crypto, you don't get any of that. You buy a coin.
Can't get that.
What, a quarter? Well, I mean, a quarterly report.
You get the reports, especially if you're investing in a coin that's been around. Now, if you're talking new coins that just started up, yeah, then you ain't gonna get too much data. But there is a lot of data for coins that have been around. There's a lot of coins that have been around for 10 plus years.
Yeah, but when you read this data, right? Some of it can show you the performance of the coin, but can they show you the company that's behind the coin? What about the company?
Well, that's where the homework come in at. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to go do the homework on who's making the coin. But
But you're not gonna sell me the thing and say that, oh, this company, all right, this is the question. Why do I need your currency? And as opposed to a share of your company. Why do I need your currency for?
Well, I can move it the way I want to move it. I can go through several outlets and tuck it. You know what I mean?
Where do I spend it?
Well, you don't got to spend it because you can always transfer it into your bank account, and especially if you profit it. If you profit it, then you put it in your bank account, and that's how you spend it.
Yeah, but I still don't get, why do I need your coin?
because I'm buying it to profit off of it. I'm hoping
But,
I'm
but
buying.
where's the usability in the coin though?
I'm hoping that I profited by me buying it and sitting on it. I hope that it appreciates in value. I hope it goes up. That's where I'm at on it, 100%. And then when it goes up, whenever it goes up, all I do is just press the sell button, and the money go into my account.
I mean, yeah, there's a million things we could do for cash, but why do I need this company's coin as opposed to a share of their company? If I buy a share of their company, you know, it can go, it could, it could be a company that's going to be, it's going to come in and leave. It could be a company that is going to, I could invest in different things that the company uses. I can use it. Some people use these companies, they add it to retirement funds, 401ks, things of that nature. Like, and then the company produces produces a service, right? So a lot of these companies that make these cryptocurrencies, what do they actually do?
Well, some of them add to the blockchain. So the blockchain is something to where,
Where's your product though,
well,
or your service?
well, the blockchain is the service. You got to do a little bit of homework on the blockchain, 100%. That's where some of these coins come in at, so, like a
But
Doge.
none of this currency is real currency. So the coins are not being used to do anything. So what does all this what does all this stuff matter? If you have a blockchain company, what is a blockchain company supposed to do? Is it there to revolutionize the way we use our currency?
I'm not too informed on that. So the way that I look at cryptocurrency and the way that I invest in it, see the sports betting analogy and all that doesn't pertain to me because I'm not a short-term investor. I've been investing for the last 5 years. So what does that mean? I'm in it for the long term, 100%. I'm not a get rich quick dude in this crypto. That's what I'm not looking at it at.
Okay, but that's even
where I'm at.
But that's even more of a reason. If you're investing for the long term, you would want to know why your money's in there for the long term. What's so big about this company that that you're willing to keep your money in there for the long term? Because the reply that you had to me,
because I've seen the growth in the coin. I've seen the growth. I've seen the growth in the numbers. I've seen the growth in the community. Sometimes I'll go read some updates on the motherfucker, but sometimes I just let that shit sit. 100%. I treat it as a savings account. 100%. You know what I mean?
But where is this company going? If
trying
you're invested in Shiba, right? Where is Shiba going as a company?
Like I said, they doing something with the blockchain, bro. I haven't read up on that like that. So, you know what I mean? I'm not too into it, but like I said, bro, I can pull the numbers up right now. That's my thing. That all I'm looking at is the numbers.
Because I don't know. I just have a different like outlook when it comes to long-term investing. And if I'm gonna invest in a company long term, like the companies that I've invested in long term, these are companies that are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like oil is not going anywhere.
Okay, so I can tell you when I'm investing. I got long-term investments too.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is not about comparing long-term investments. It's a reason why I invest long-term in these companies as opposed to other companies. You see what I'm saying? They might not even make a whole lot of like they're definitely not the type of companies to get, some get rich overnight stuff. They're definitely not that type, you know what I mean? Unless you got millions of dollars in it, you know what I mean? But you just know that there's certain stocks, certain companies that are just not going anywhere because it's based on a necessity. You know what I mean? Or the company it's cornered the market, right? And like say for instance, Apple and Samsung has cornered the market. Microsoft, I would say, not Samsung, Microsoft has cornered the market when it comes to phones and laptops and stuff like that, right? So it will make sense to invest in Microsoft and Apple. Tesla has cornered the market when it comes to electric cars because you see those more than any other electric car, right? So it would make sense. And then Tesla is not just an electric car company, it's a technology company, right? So this is the reason why I would put money in Tesla. You know what I'm saying? Then you have the oil companies, you have the power companies, you know what I mean? You know, there's reasons why certain stocks are way better for long-term investing based on the company, based on how they do business, especially if they corner the market, or they corner the market, or they're based on a necessity, right? But when it comes to crypto, like my main question be like, what does this company actually do? Because cryptocurrency is not circulated as far as like, it's not being used as an actual currency. People invest in it and try to make a profit, right? But it's not being used as an actual currency. Bitcoin is probably the closest one, and that is still not even being circulated as an actual currency for everyday people. You know what I mean? Like you don't go into a coffee shop and say,
everyday people ain't in the stock market.
No. I'm talking about the actual. I'm talking about the no. I'm talking about the actual company. So it's like, okay, Bitcoin. Let's say, for instance, right? You can't go in a coffee shop and say, I want to buy my coffee with some Bitcoin, or I want to.
Starting to get that way.
But it's not there yet, right?
There yet, but it's starting to get that way though.
Right. So now, and the thing is, Bitcoin would work alongside of. So Bitcoin hasn't even seen its full breakthrough yet as a currency that's being rotated on an everyday basis. But that's the closest one, right? So let's say Bitcoin gets through, right? What is the need for all these other currencies? Like, you know what I mean? As opposed to me actually buying a share of that company, because like what Chris Johnson was breaking down, like in one of his videos, is when people can, a lot of these companies, they sell you this jibber jabber, like, oh yeah, the blockchain and this and that. But okay, point to something that uses that. Point to something that
all the coins use the blockchain.
But but if the coins are not being used in real life, then what is the point of the blockchain?
Coins are being used in real
they're
life.
Not.
They're being traded every day.
They're being traded, but they're not being utilized.
It's being traded. It's in circulation.
Trading and utilization is totally different. I don't use cryptocurrency. I trade it. I invest in it, but I don't use it.
And you take the profit.
Yeah, but I don't. But I don't use. But I don't use it though.
I mean,
I don't use cryptocurrency for nothing.
Well, that's fine. That's what you choose to do.
No, you don't use cryptocurrency for nothing.
Hey, look, what
do you buy with cryptocurrency?
Look, bro. The only thing that I do with crypto is throw a couple dollars in that motherfucker and treat it like a savings account. 100%. Like I said, long-term investment. I'm not in it for short-term, but also, like I said, I got ETFs, bro. So I understand everything that you talking about investing in stocks and whatever, because I got, and part of my Robinhood account has ETFs in it, bro. 100%. So everything that you talk about, I understand in that, but also I diversify my shit into some of these cryptos that I do have. 100%.
See, because only reason why I'm saying that is because like the SEC has to put these things out here because they have to warn people that, hey, listen, this is not a real security. A lot of these companies, 95% of them are not real companies. You know what I mean? They look like that on paper, but when you come down to what they produce, what service or product do they make? You can't determine. It's hard to determine. Everybody wants to give you this blockchain, tech babble, but it's like these things are not being used in real time. You feel what I'm saying? If you have and that's why I feel like it's important for people to pay attention to when SEC or real government agencies, when it comes to finance, put out these things, because people start taking this stuff serious, and then it leads to people losing a lot of money.
That's when they in it for the get rich short term shit. You know what I mean?
Even if they in it for long term, you have to be careful of a bullshit company that you're investing in for the long term. It's like Tulips.
Who is Tulip?
Tulips. There was a something that happened back in the days where people were investing in tulips on the stock market.
And that was so on the stock market, it has to be allowed on the SEC. It has to get approved to get on the stock market.
No, but the SEC has to say that, yo, these are not real companies, though. They're not. That a lot of these companies are not real. So at the end of the day, real on paper, but when it comes down to when you look into it, what product or what service do you produce? They give you all this blockchain babble, but there's no real product here. There's no real service here. You know what I mean? It's all tied into trading. They're not coming out from trading and giving the people stuff that they can use in their everyday life or business solution. Things that businesses can use in their everyday running a business. You know what I mean? So like, like how stocks, you have companies that give you either a product or a service, right? These coins, these companies that are behind these coins do not give you a product or a service. They just give you blockchain babble. Everything is all tied up into trading. There's nothing that comes outside of that. Yeah, Apple company is traded on stock market, but they make iPhones that you can use. They make the MacBook that we're on. You know what I mean? They make there's companies that that make the materials that put together the soundboards, and you know what I mean, that people invest in. You know what I'm saying? They make real product that's used every day in the real life. You see what I'm saying? So I just think it's important for people to pay attention to this stuff because these companies, they haven't proven themselves to be real companies. Yeah, on paper, but not in real life.
But they've been proven to get motherfuckers paid too, though. That's the thing too, though. 100%. They're on paper getting people paid.
But when you, because all right, if the reason why the SEC puts stuff out like this out is because if a person were to use this, because I've seen an article where they said people of this generation, they're using crypto as they're considering crypto more as 401k and retirement, accounts than real stocks. And I'm like, that's silly because this stuff hasn't been proven to be used yet within society. You know what I mean? So, and then you have so many fake ones coming behind it that it's like, you don't want people to start putting money into this stuff for retirement, and then retirement comes and this company evaporates. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you're a student of history when it comes to this stuff, but you remember the Enron scandal?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to be careful of shit like this. And a lot of people from Disney, they don't remember Enron. Enron was a BS company. People put their stocks into it. That company got hollowed out. Stocks fell. People lost their retirements, their 401ks, all types, and people started killing themselves. And all the people went to jail. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, the SEC has to put these things out here just to let people know, like, yo, listen, this is not real yet. You know what I mean? So don't start laying your retirement. Don't start pumping a bunch of money into stuff if you don't know what you're really doing, because it's really like gambling. Because none of these companies have shown that they make any kind of product or service outside of trading, outside of crypto. You see what I'm saying? At least with stocks, yeah, you have good companies, you have low, medium, and high. You have good companies, bullshit companies, and great companies. But these companies make a product or a service outside of the stock market. You see what I'm saying? That people use in their everyday life. So you know what you're investing in. You know where your money's going. You feel me? So I think, people have to pay attention to stuff like that before they, because some people would look at crypto and say they'll listen to all the babble on the internet and they'll start considering crypto over real life things that have real life products, and you know what I'm saying? So that's what I say. Like, You feel me? Or because it's one thing when they say, "Oh yeah, Trump coming out with a coin, this, that, and the third." Yeah, and some people look, yeah, that's bullshit. But I'll put some money in it just to see what you know what I'm saying? I can make or whatever. You feel me? But in the back of their mind, they know it's bullshit. Trump coin, the fuck we using that for? You know what I'm saying? But some people will really believe in this stuff, and it's like then they fuck around and they take a bigger loss because they internalize it, not doing their research, looking at a lot of these companies, they don't make no service, no product, but you're putting thousands and thousands of dollars in this stuff, and you don't have the mentality of okay, the minute this joint jump up, I'm just taking it out. You know what I mean? You're not with the mentality of I can take a loss at any time because these are bullshit companies. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Like, you have to put these disclaimers out here. So that's why they said, these a lot of these cryptocurrencies are collectibles. Because they did the same thing with NFT. You know what I mean? Everybody big the monkey, whatever, the drunk looking monkey they had on the NFTs and stuff, and the next thing you know, people bought this stuff for all this money and it ain't worth nothing. And then now these artists were promoting it. You know what I mean? And people not knowing, putting their money in that stuff, losing their money. And they don't have voices, so they can't speak out. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say, just be careful what you're putting your money into, man, especially when it comes to like this cryptocurrency stuff, man, because a lot of these companies have been proven to make anything outside, make a product or a service outside of trading in crypto. You know what I mean? So
some millionaires and some billionaires.
Huh?
The crypto has made millionaires and billionaires.
Yeah, it's gambling. Gambling has made millionaires. You know what I'm saying? So it's gambling. You know what I mean? Just know it's gambling, and it's not something that you want to invest in long term unless that company makes a product or service outside of crypto and trading. You dig what I'm saying? Because ain't none of these currencies replacing a dollar bill. We gonna get that straight.
It's just like getting in on some of these startup companies too, though. Startup companies don't got a big name, so
but they produce a product or a service.
I understand that, but some of these small cryptos have been around for a while and have been producing some type of whatever they produce into this type of space. They have been around for a while and have the numbers to show that they have been around for a while for a reason. You know what I mean? So however you look at it, you know what I mean? Just do your homework 100%.
Yeah, don't invest in these things unless they have a product or service outside of crypto and trading. I don't care how long you've been around. I don't care about none of that. Black and white when it comes down to certain things. Certain things are just black and white. You don't have no product. You don't have no service. You don't have a real fucking company. You know what I'm saying? Especially outside of crypto. You know what I mean? Because you can read a lot of this stuff, and when you really follow the rabbit hole of some of these companies and the information they put in there, it's BS. Because I've read it. I've read a lot of these, these mission statements and what they're trying to do, and it's BS. It doesn't lead to no service or no product outside of the business, outside of trading in crypto. You know what I mean? It's just like a bunch of stock companies that say, "Oh, we make stuff. We make a service for other stocks." You know what I mean? It's like, okay, but what do you make outside of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff has to be able to be pinpointed. You know what I mean? So a person can make a an informed decision. You know what I'm saying? And when people can go in there and create meme coins out of thin air, how the hell does that have value?
And them is the ones you stay away from. The ones that are thin created out of thin air.
A lot of these coins were created out of thin air.
Not the ones I got my money in.
How was that created?
Shiba is based. It's a Ethereum based token.
Okay.
So Ethereum is Doge. It's Ethereum has its own token that's been around for a long time. So it's on the same whole little blockchain, bro. 100% that's been around for a long time. 100%.
But they sell you the same story. We're all blockchain.
I guess.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, like, you know, I throw my money in the slot machine every now and again. You know what I'm saying? You know, I might jump on a gambling app, you know, on a phone every now and again. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna take that serious as some real way to make money, or like something like, you know, like where I'm gonna just put the bag in it. You know what I mean? No, once it's the difference between throwing $1, $5, $20 at something, and they're saying that, you know, you're gonna take 1,500, $2,000, 5,000, 10,000. You're gonna invest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna invest in that. You yourself. You'll put 10 grand in Shiba right now.
No. I don't got 10 grand to put into it right now, and I wouldn't do that right now. That's not how I rock. I thought, like I said before, a cup of coffee, bro. That's all I throw in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you look at it, it's a little bit of nothing.
That's all I've been doing, bro, and it's just building up over time and over time. I'm not swinging for the fence.
Yeah,
I've never been a proponent on the podcast saying nothing like that. 100%. You know what I mean? So all that deep dive and trying to throw 5 and 10, no, that's not how I get down. And I'm not gonna say for anybody to do, but you know, if people want to do that, that's what they want to do. But make sure you go do your homework in that shit. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, just a warning to people who invest in crypto. You know, go with the principles of the fundamentals of stock investing. Look up what the fundamentals of stock investing are. Make sure they're real companies. You know what I mean? Make sure they produce a product or a service. You know what I'm saying? Make an informed decision. Make it make sense. You feel me? Because with stocks, you know it makes sense. Some companies are good, some companies are not good. Some companies stay for long, some companies don't. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, these companies make real products that are used in everyday society. You feel me? When it comes to crypto, there's a bunch of coins being made, but there's no product or service outside of trading that I see. And these cryptos are not being used for anything. You might have Bitcoin, but that's the closest one that has some kind of real utility behind it that has the potential to work alongside the dollar bill, because it will never replace it. You know what I mean? But when you look at all the thousands of coins out there, it's like everybody got a coin. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful when you invest in it, and know that a lot of the crypto game is like the slot machine. You know what I mean? Go in there with that mentality of like you're playing a slot machine. You know what I mean? So don't put what you can't stand to lose. Anyway, where they gonna catch you at, JD?
At the Heart to Start podcast, man, 100%, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. And we gonna be back in the morning with some fantasy football talk. Facts. Friday we'll be back with some fantasy football talk, and then Saturday we back with the orange juice and the blunt for breakfast, man. 100%. You know what I mean? You already know what time it is.
Yes, sir. Like I said, you can catch me on From a Fan's Perspective on YouTube. My page's name is Boogie Vision, but you know, you can type in Fan's Perspective as a keyword and find it. Instagram is Boogie Vision. So, you know, just holler at me, man. I'm out here, man. We dropping these albums. Man. Anyway, till next time. Peace.
Yes, sir.
All right.